Because bitches want attention. You know how a person just keep poking you? So it's like, what's up, bitch?
Yeah.
I see you. Relax. You ain't nothing to address, so it's like, I see you. Relax. People feel like I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy and brought him into my life.
My husband just wants to touch you for a little while on camera. I promise you, you won't feel a thing. Sniff this.
Okay.
Carisha, please, what? And she's had absolutely nothing to say about the deadline. Why not?
Young Miami just snapped, clapping back at Jaguar Wright for dragging her into Diddy's STD scandals. Jaguar wasn't just talking about Diddy's freak-offs. She tried to twist Miami's loyalty into guilt, making her look like part of the cover-up. And that's what cut deep, because Miami had already put her name on the line, even writing a letter to the judge calling Diddy loving, supportive, and family-oriented. So when Jaguar flipped that loyalty into something dark, Miami fired back. But to understand why she's this heated, let's look at the wild claims Jaguar threw her way. Now, we all know Jaguar Wright has never been afraid to call people out. For years, she's been that voice saying what everyone else is too scared to admit. And this time, she set her sights directly on Diddy, and by extension, anyone connected to him, including young Miami. Not long ago, Jaguar painted a picture of Diddy's infamous parties that left fans stunned. According to her, these weren't just star-studded gatherings with music and champagne. She described them as dangerous freak-offs, where women were allegedly coerced and recorded without their knowledge. Jaguar even claimed she witnessed things firsthand, saying, "Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the entertainment world run hand in hand." She went on to accuse Diddy of having people on tape, warning, "He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the putting girls into suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying."
The ritualistic behaviors. Putting girls in the suitcases. Dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying.
And if that wasn't shocking enough, Jaguar added another layer, saying Diddy has been hiding his HIV status. She suggested that not only is he infected, but that he continued living recklessly, exposing others. Her words were blunt. P. Diddy had the opportunity like everybody else. He didn't stop doing what he's done. How many dudes is running around undetectable? These claims hit the internet like a bombshell, especially with Diddy already facing more than 120 accusations of misconduct and trafficking. Some of the lawsuits describe victims being forced into days-long sessions with used to keep them compliant. And with the feds reportedly comparing him to Jeffrey Epstein, Jaguar's words struck a nerve. But here's where it got personal. Our insider sources say that Jaguar tied those shocking STD claims back to Miami, making it sound like she wasn't just caught in Diddy's mess, but that she was right in the middle of it. That's the part that pushed Miami over the edge, and that's why she finally snapped. And it wasn't just that she stood 10 toes down for Diddy. You know, she was with him from 2021 to 2023, right? And she's always been super open about loving him. Even with all these cases piling up, she still wrote the judge a whole letter before his sentencing. In it, she was calling him loving, genuine, supportive, and always encouraging. She even ended it saying he belongs at home with his family. What's more, Miami talked about how much he helped her career. She said he gave her the chance to host her own show, Carisha Please, on Revolt. He also took her to the Met Gala and pushed her to grow as a businesswoman. In her words, behind the scenes, he believed in me, pushed me to grow, and taught me how to be a better businesswoman. And you could tell she wasn't just talking about work. Miami said Diddy made sure to balance his busy life with family, never missing holidays or special moments. She even mentioned how he went to therapy and anger management, trying to work on himself. But outside of the letter, when people pressed her about the lawsuits and the dark rumors, she tried to keep it real. She said, "I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. That wasn't my experience."
because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience, and I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
She explained that she met Diddy when the world was celebrating him, when he was getting awards, recognition, and flowers everywhere. So from her point of view, she was just joining in with everyone else. But now she feels like people are punishing her for standing beside him.
And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive.
At one point, she even broke down saying, "This was pain I never felt before, and the people I thought would be here for me turned it into an aha moment." You could tell it really hurt her, not just the backlash from fans, but also being dragged into Diddy's mess when she feels she didn't do anything wrong. But here's the thing, while Miami was holding Diddy down and showing loyalty, Jaguar wasn't letting her off the hook that easy. In fact, she started going harder at her. Wright basically said Miami wasn't just a girlfriend, she was part of the problem. Now let's not forget, Miami's own lyrics as proof. Wright quoted that verse where she says, "I'll never snitch on you, daddy. I'll hold a brick for you, daddy. Snatch on a for you, daddy." To fans and even Jaguar, that wasn't just a song. She made it sound like Miami was literally living that life for Diddy. Then Jaguar dropped the whole pink cocaine bomb. She explained that it's a mix of ecstasy, ketamine, and with Viagra on the side to keep things going for days. She claimed that this was the freak-off cocktail at Diddy's parties. And let's not forget, Miami herself was accused of transporting this for him. That's the part that set Miami off. Jaguar calling her the Punisher, making it sound like she wasn't just at Diddy's parties but running them. For Miami, that was crossing the line. She saw it as more than an insult. It was an attack on her character, twisting her loyalty into something dark. Jaguar painted her not as a victim, but as a predator who enjoyed the experience.
Sitting there convincing other women to go chase a fag. Go get you. Look at my isn't he? Can you imagine it?
And just when Miami thought Jaguar's words were damaging enough, another voice jumped into the mix and made things even worse. Tokyo Tony said Miami was on Diddy's payroll, getting real money sent to her, not just the usual gifts like cars and bags. According to Tokyo, Diddy paid her to play her role, suck his and she knew he was and kept quiet.
That's a man that she know is rightfully bisexual with his dick got shit on it. She's still sucking it with no problem. Literally. For 200 and what did he give her, 250?
She also hinted that Miami knew a lot more about Diddy's lifestyle than she ever admitted. To Tokyo, that meant Miami wasn't an innocent bystander. She was part of how Diddy kept his secrets safe. For Miami, Tokyo Tony's claims were another attempt to drag her deeper into Diddy's storm. Hearing people say she was paid to play her role only fueled her anger because it painted her as complicit when she saw herself as just loyal. Miami wasn't about to sit back while Jaguar tried to drag her deeper into Hollywood's mess. After she clapped back, Jaguar doubled down, zooming out to paint the entire industry as part of Diddy's chaos. But from Miami's perspective, that wasn't her fight. She wasn't about to be the face of a circle of silence just because she once stood by her man. Every time Jaguar spoke about Diddy's parties, she made it sound like Miami was a key player, not just a girlfriend. That's what cut the deepest. Miami felt like her loyalty was being twisted into guilt, as if supporting Diddy automatically made her part of some secret system of rappers, execs, and celebrities covering for each other. Jaguar even warned her to run as fast as you can, pointing to Cassie as proof of what happens when you stay too long.
And congratulations, young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did.
Miami had heard the rumors about Diddy for years, but she also knew that people only started speaking up after Cassie broke her silence. Instead of letting that pressure bury her, she used it as fuel to defend her own name even harder. She refused to let Jaguar drag her into an industry-wide conspiracy when, from her perspective, all she had ever done was stand by someone she loved, and that's the tension now. Jaguar keeps pushing the circle of silence narrative, but Miami's fighting to separate herself from it. The real question isn't just whether more names will come out. TT's whether Miami can protect her image and prove she was loyal, not complicit. Either way, this feud has locked her in the middle of Diddy's storm. Now I want to hear your take. Hit the comments, and while you're at it, subscribe and turn on that bell so you stay locked in with us.